Complicate things. One of my many skills. I'm making things up, all in my mind, 'cause I analyze their body language. I hear every change in their tone. Maybe they hate me, somehow I blame me. My mama said, that's just the weight of the world. It's not personal, it's just how it works. Don't be angry for too long or get burned, 'cause that's just the weight of the world.
Hey y'all, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. This is my third episode in my tiny home makeover series, and I am so happy with the way that everything is coming out. I'm doing really a lot in this video. This video is over 2 days, and on the first day we are establishing my coffee bar finally. It feels like forever, but it's been over a year since I've been able to do a coffee bar video. My mom, she didn't really drink coffee any longer once me and my kids moved into her home with her. And so I really just had my Keurig kind of setting up over to the side. And I got to looking the other day and I was like, you know what? I really want to set up a coffee bar somewhere. So it took me, just a couple hours to get it planned out to figure out where it was going to be the most accessible, because I do live in a tiny home. So I did keep the little rough wood table that my mom already had. I love this table. I think it just brings some natural wood into the house, and it just feels cozy to me. But we did end up having to move the little dining table with the stools just across from where it was sitting in front of the refrigerator for this coffee bar. It comes together so adorably that it makes sense to put it where it's at. And I get to look outside while I'm making my coffee. And if it's, right at the edge of daylight, then I get to watch the sun come up as my coffee's perking, which that rarely ever happens because I'm usually always up before daylight. But, it is there for when it does happen. So anyway, this has got to be the first time, though, that I've ever put a coffee bar together and not had the his and her cups, if you know what I mean, or the mom and dad cups. It was actually not as depressing as you would think it would be just to have the her cups or just the mom cups. The amount of happiness that I have noticed in myself and the drastic change to a positive attitude ever since the separation with my soon-to-be ex-husband is tremendous. And I've really only just started paying attention to it. So that really tells me a lot. And I can look back and think about some red flags that I guess I either just didn't see or I did see and ignored. But I can honestly say that I am finding happy now. So that's not just benefiting myself, that's benefiting my kids, and that's what matters. My babies being happy, and they are, and that's amazing to me. And so along with that, I'm doing my hardest to bring us our little cozy home, and I think I'm doing that. But yeah, I really think that this house is starting to come together. If you haven't seen my earlier 2 videos, we are wallpapering, putting up a couch, putting down a rug, all kinds of interesting stuff. Also, this little sugar sign. My mother gave me this years and years and years ago. And the little string on it needed to be changed out because it was it was in a shape. So I just changed that out with some jute twine and hung it up right there because it's always been a part of my coffee bar for as long as I've had one. We are also putting in my new kitchen sink. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I put that sucker in by myself. Just wait and see. But before we do the kitchen sink, I am going to show you guys that tool set that I have been talking about in my last couple videos. That's by the brand ThinkLearn. So we are going to be giving a good look at that. I'm going to show you guys what all this specific toolkit comes with. And you all have already seen some of the tools that I have used. But it really comes in handy whenever I change that faucet out. Just wait.
Lately I've been feeling like you don't want my love no more, no more. Sleeping on different sides, problems we can't ignore. Oh, been so caught up in getting my paycheck, I can't even focus. How do we talk when there's nothing that makes sense? Yeah, I don't even know. So baby, if you're walking out the door, I'll be wasted. I'll be getting drunk like never before until I can't face it. Oh, I don't want your sympathy, I don't need a friend. I just wanna hold you and do something again. If you're walking out that door, I'll be wasted. I'll be. Lately I've been feeling like I don't recognize myself, yeah. Cause I've been working late nights, hoping I can buy some time.
Before I start showing you guys the toolkit, I realized that my drill battery needed to be charged. So I am going to go ahead and put that on charge while I am showing you guys the toolkit. But I also wanted to go ahead and put this cover plate over top of this outlet here. I've been meaning to do it, and I just hadn't got around to it. Even after I got done doing the wallpaper right here on this wall, I didn't get around to doing it. And I figured, you know what, now is as good a time as any, and I'm going to go ahead and get it done. So I did. But then we're going to get on over to the toolkit.
But I've been so caught up in getting my paycheck, I can't even focus. How do we talk when there's nothing that makes sense? Yeah, I don't even know. So baby, if you're walking out the door, I'll be wasted. I'll be getting drunk like never before until I can't face it. Oh, I don't want your sympathy, I don't need a friend. I just wanna hold you and do something again. If you're walking out that door, I'll be wasted. I'll be.
Okay, so this is so not a conventional kind of like show you guys what's going on, because I've got you all on my stove checking this stuff out, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit about my tool set that I've been talking about like since my last two videos, I believe, at least my last two videos, I'm sure of. And I told you guys that I would show you. Okay, so the brand is ThinkLearn. This tool set is amazing, and this video is not sponsored. I don't make any money if you go and check them out or buy anything. I don't have like a coupon code or anything like that. I really just love this toolkit. Like, it's amazing. So I wanted to share with you guys, because if you're anything like me and you are a DIYer, you're gonna love this, because I mean, it's got everything, literally everything. So I do have some things in my tool bag that did not come with the tool set. But I literally just kind of chucked it up here to show you guys what all I've got. My battery needed to be charged, so that's the charger, that's the battery pack, then it goes to the 20 volt drill. So this did not come with it. This is my deck joist tape where I just built my porch, and I put one of those magnetic screen door things up that takes the Velcro and the little tacks, so that's what this is, extra Velcro. So this did not come with it, but I don't have a screen door, so, and I wanted to be able to open my door this summer and not get a bunch of flies and bugs. And then I've got sandpaper. This did not come with the toolkit. And I think I've got some really big Sharpie markers in here, and possibly some anchors. I think that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna let's see, I'm gonna pull you guys a little bit closer and we'll get started looking and see what all is in this thing. Like I said, this is on my kitchen stove, so nothing professional going on here. I couldn't be professional in this if I tried. But okay, so yeah, I'm still missing a burner where it burnt out. back last summer, and I'm going to eventually I think I've said this already in one of my videos, I'm going to replace the stove because I don't like this type of burners. I like a flat top. These are dangerous. Don't like it. So just bear with me on it. This is clean, by the way. It's just stained really bad. All right. So you've got your 20 volt drill, and I love this thing. And I mean, it's just like a regular Craftsman 20 volt drill, if you ask me. It's got a light that comes on whenever you press the trigger. You've got your safety, which is in the middle, and then you push it one side, it goes backward. Push it to the other side, it goes forward. That's also how you get your bits in and out. You put it in, screw it on, and then tighten it once it starts to get tight here by pushing the trigger. Okay. Okay, so hammer, and it's really lightweight too. Like it's really lightweight, but it's really heavy duty. So I really like that hammer. 2 of your basic screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips head. And I have put these to good use, best believe. You have your tape measure. This is a 16 foot or 5 meter. I'm used to the feet. Tape measure, and it's fantastic. You've got your lock, and then you can also carry it on your belt. And you have got a scraper, or you can call this a spackle. Shoot, I cannot think of it. I've always called it a scraper, but I do use it with spackle and things like that. Now these go on a drill, and these are cleaning brushes. As you can see, they can go on a drill. The last ones I had, I got them from Barkeeper's Friend, and I think that they were black and orange. But they are in storage if I even managed to grab them. I can't remember. But I do have 3 new ones, and these are the exact same kind as the last ones that I had, just pink and black instead of black and orange. And you've got your rounded head. This could be used for like cleaning your bathtub, cleaning your toilet, anywhere that you really need to get down into those grooves and corners with. Then you've got your large round flat brush, and like this is good for like cleaning about anything, to be honest. This one is good for the shower or for grout. So we'll go through this in a second. I've got another box somewhere. It's not, oh, I see it. This also comes with it. We'll go through it in a second. Then you have your level. You all probably seen me, if you've seen my last video of me putting my shelves up in the kitchen, you've seen me use this quite a bit. And then we've got some pliers. I love this because it comes with a handsaw. And if you've ever, and yeah, the saw is, the blade is in backwards right now because I've not had to use it yet, and it's safety, But if you've ever had to replace any kind of PVC water piping, then you know that this little thing here will definitely come in handy whenever you've got to cut the pipes. This is a lifesaver when you don't have anything else to cut through PVC pipe and your water pipes have frozen. I have had to change years ago. Well, I just got tongue tied. Years and years ago, there we go. I lived in a trailer. I used to own it. I sold it back years ago as well. When my oldest 2 sons, who are just turned 23 and almost 22, were little, it was a trailer, and the pipes were not very well insulated, and they froze all the time. I eventually got really good at, making sure that didn't happen, but because I insulated them and I let my water drip on really, really cold nights. But until then, I got really good at replacing water pipes. And let me tell you what, this little thing here definitely becomes your best friend in a situation like that. Okay, and then we've got, you know, those pliers. I love my pliers. Then you've got your wrench. And I have used the tar out of this. This is a box cutter or a utility knife. I have used the tar out of this. This comes in handy for whenever I was cutting the wallpaper and the trim. And yeah, just like about anything, to be honest. But yeah, I love this thing. And then, like I said, I've got a lot of dirt down in here too. Well, I had this thing outside with me while I was, you know, building my porch. So I've got some flowers, it looks like. A very large washer. Probably needs to go in that. And then I've got an Allen wrench, and it actually did come with this part, so it needs to go back in. Or that may have just been the extra one I already had laying around from building the console. Anyway, these did not come with the toolkit, but I do keep them in there because, you know, for marking things, or if I just need a marker, I know where they're at because my kids take off with them. Now, in the bag itself, that's it for the inside. Actually, I'm going to dump all of that really quick before I show you guys what else is in there. All right. Okay, now you just got your basic on the inside of there, and it is roomy, let me tell you. Well, I mean, it has all of this. And then you've got 3 pockets out here. And inside of this one, it's a Velcro pocket. I've got some concrete anchors. Like I said, I'm really working on trying to figure out how to keep that shelf for my kitchen on that left wall. If you see my last video, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go back and watch my last video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But I got concrete anchors. I've got wood anchors. I mean, and these came with the shelves, so that's why I've got them. And if you know, you know, but anchors are not cheap. They are actually quite expensive. And I'm pretty sure I lost a battery as I was, like a regular AA battery while I was cleaning this out, but that's okay. I'll find it or I won't. Okay. Yep, I definitely lost the battery. Yep. Oh well. Alright, so I do have, these are just hand wipes, but they are adhesion promoter is what they say. It comes with some of my stripping. It's just alcohol wipes is all it is. But it's to clean your surface before you put the stripping up or the trim, whatever you want to call it. That's all that was. But I went ahead and tossed these in because it's always good to have, you know, alcohol wipes for whatever reason. And then I got 2 boxes of these with that screen door thing. And these are tacks. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. You can see the tack right there. But I got 2 boxes of these. I only ended up using 1 box on that screen. So I kept the other box because thumbtacks always come in handy. I mean, always come in handy. And then if you know what I'm talking about, then okay. But back last summer, I bought these indoor-outdoor flameless battery-powered candles. They take AAA batteries, and then I've also got a spiral wicker tree that takes AA batteries. So I had bought some batteries, and I had 2 of the AA left, and I cannot. That's one of the batteries that I just lost cleaning this thing out. So oh well, I'll either find it or I won't. I'll just buy more. I'll put that over there. All right, let me throw all this back in, and then I will show you guys this. This is not okay.
I'll be so baby, if you're walking now.
All right, these 2 little containers did come with the ThinkLearn toolkit. This has just got, I've got Just, you know, some tack nails. Mostly for just hanging pictures. I've got some little brackets. These right here would actually come in handy if they were heavy duty enough to like hold a backpack. A very, very light backpack. Not anything that my kids pack around, but or a jacket or a purse or, you know, something small. Then you've got some regular hooks. I like using these to hold my tie backs for my curtains back. Screws, Phillips head top, some thumbtacks, and then you these right here are the ones that came with the shelves for my kitchen. I just showed them to you guys, but these little brown ones, they come with this. These are anchors, and both of these are wood anchors. Now this little thing here I love because it's got so much stuff in it, and like you wouldn't believe if you needed this kind of stuff till you had to have it, or until you have it. And then you've got, you know, so many uses for it that you can't even remember how you got around or got anything done without having it. This is a more dull box cutter. This one here is not as sharp. Don't get me wrong, it is sharp, but it's not as sharp. And then you've got your basic razor blade on this side, and that one is sharp. And then I've got extras. They sent me the blades for those as well. I've gotten here's blades for those, and they just leave these ones out because, like I said, they're not, you know, as sharp, but these are covered. Got some sockets. Yep. Okay, so the Allen wrench that I already have, it looks like I've got one already in that size right there. So this one is the extra one that came with my console table. But they did, I've got all different sizes of Allen wrenches. And if you've ever took like a bed frame apart or put like a console table together, or I don't know, but these, you just about have to have these to put anything modern together nowadays, because like any kind of table just about takes an Allen wrench. Phillips head and a flat head, and these are two of the smaller screwdrivers. These are more known as jeweler screwdrivers, I'm pretty sure. And then I do have two more, but they're different sized. So these are the flathead, these are the Phillips head, and they are two different sizes. One's a little bit bigger than the other. This is an electric tester. I've not used this yet. I've not had a reason to, but these come in handy, and I know that it's going to come in handy when I get upstairs and start working on getting the electric ran on the one wall that I want it on, and all of that stuff. And whenever I start putting in, because I want recessed lighting eventually, so when I start putting that in, I know that this right here is going to come in handy. Not that I'm going to use it or anything, but I know that it could come in handy. This is also can be used on other things, not just that, but testers come in handy. And I could be telling you guys wrong, so don't, because I'm not familiar with the tester that well. My soon-to-be ex-father-in-law, which he's passed now, but he was an electrician. And to be honest, I don't know if this is the kind of tester that you use to test electricity like that. I would imagine so, but I could be wrong. This could be for like a vehicle, or it could be one and the same. I'm not sure. So don't, you know, take my word for it. Always Google something you're not familiar about, because I am no expert. And then we've got more razor blades. I'm not going to open this because it opens wonky, but these are more razor blades. And this is for the utility knife, by the way. Okay, so this is an extension for my drill. And then you've got like a ton of drill bits, some for wood, some for concrete. And then, you know, the star wrench, drill bit, magnetic, flathead, drill bit. This is all drill bits in here. So, and that's all that's left there. Now let me show you what this is. These are more heads, and this, get that little one off there, okay. So you can't say that you'll never have the kind of screwdriver that you need. There's star bits, there's round bits, there's diamond bits. I mean, like, you really can't say that you can't find the head that you need. So this little thing here, I love this thing. It helped me when I was taking apart a bed recently. And so that goes in there. Nice and neat. I'm going to put all this stuff back. Not that it's going to stay that way, but and then I've got a really, really big hook. It won't fit in that little box, so I'm just going to throw it in there. And you never know what you can use the washer for, so I'm just going to put this in there too. And there you have it. That is the ThinkLearn toolkit. Like I said, this is not sponsored or anything like that. This toolkit is just that amazing. I had to show you guys, and I've been talking about it since my second to last video, and so I really wanted to just show you guys. It's amazing, and it is not so much it's going to break the bank, believe it or not. And it comes with a 20-volt drill. I paid less than $100 for this kit, and believe me, it has already paid itself off. So go check them out.
I'll be wasted. I'll be getting drunk like never before until I can't face it.
Now we are getting the kitchen sink faucet changed out, and as I've said before, I know how to work on some things when it comes to water pipes and plumbing and things like that. I am not a professional, and I only know a limited amount about doing this stuff. And most everything that I do know, my daddy taught me way back years ago. I was very, very young. But it does come in handy to know at least a little bit about things in this general area. That way you don't have to call in a professional and spend oodles of money that you don't have for a job that essentially takes 20 minutes, because this really does not take that long. The longest thing about this whole job, the thing that took me the longest, was getting a nut to unscrew to pop the faucet itself off. And there were two of them, and one of them was on there so tight that I actually had to use a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and work it around in order to loosen it up to get the faucet off. Other than that, this was a breeze. Besides the fact that, you know, I'm having to bend awkwardly and twist my body into positions that it's not twisted in quite a minute, let me tell you. I am in no which way, shape, or form a contortionist, and best believe I was feeling it the next morning. Once you hit a certain age, your body is not meant to twist and turn the way that I managed to make my body twist and turn doing this. And yeah, I was out of commission the very next day from that. But at the end, I was proud because I did do this by myself. I completely changed everything out. The pipes, the faucet, everything. And I'm bringing you guys along to show you. Also, don't make fun of my cobwebs that are hanging there in the back of the cabinet. I did not know that those were there. They are no longer there. They got cleaned out as soon as I got done doing all of this. But yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since I've been all the way in the back of this cabinet, and I just now got around to starting to kind of organizing it and things like that. So anyway, so whenever you get a faucet off, there is a chance that you're going to have some residue left behind, as you will see. You're going to want to clean that off before you put your new faucet on there, because if not, it can make your faucet wonky. It can even cause a leak, believe it or not. So you want to clean that off to the best of your ability. And I'm using my scraper and then some Jaws cleaner, the kitchen cleaner, the degreaser. It really pulls that stuff up out of there. And I got it just as clean as I possibly could. And it actually did come quite clean, and it wasn't that big of a issue to get this gunk off of here. But luckily it wasn't, it's not like it was on there for 20 years either. So just because this came off easy doesn't mean everything will. And then my new faucet comes with everything that it does need, all the way down to the pipes or hoses that you're going to connect into your hot and your water. And everything in this was self-explanatory. I did grab the instructions and give them a once over just to make sure that I didn't miss a step or anything like that, and to get an idea of, even though I, for the most part, knew what I was doing, I wanted to make sure just give the instructions on once over. Nothing wrong with that. And I also do use a candle to prop it up to keep it straight. This is just because I didn't have extra hands. Like I said, I did this by myself. And I think trying to get the nut to break loose, to unscrew, to pop that old faucet off, I think that took me at least a good 30 minutes to do. Otherwise, I would have had this put in and done within 20 minutes. And that's kind of given me a little extra time. And that's even with all the contortionist moves I'm pulling, But yeah, this is self-explanatory. It's easy. Wasn't a hard job. Wasn't a big job. And anyone can do it, I promise you. You don't have to have a professional to do it. Believe me, if I can do it, I know you can do it.
I just wanna hold you and do something again. If you're walking out that door, I'll be wasted. I'll be.
I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life.
Essentially, all that is left is just screwing everything on, tightening everything up, putting the water lines back together, and that's it, as you're going to see. And that's also going to be bringing us to the end of the video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this day's video. I've been trying to make sure that I bring you guys along for at least all of the big things. The only big thing that I've not brought you guys along for was building the porch. And like I said, it was because of a time limit. I should say, like I said in the video that I talked about it was because I was on a time limit. But I am getting ready to put a gazebo up over top of my porch and decorate it. And I'm definitely bringing you guys along for that one. I promise you that. I'm excited about it. We're just waiting for the weather to clear up. We've had some storms. Everything's a little flooded and, wet and messy and muddy right now. But soon should be the next video, getting that gazebo up. I cannot wait. But yeah, I think that's got it till next time. Love y'all. Stay safe.
She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give her, nothing sticks to me, babe.